Hey, what's going on, guys? And this week we're doing some real health cake recipes. So right off the bat, what do you get? You cross a pineapple, portobello mushrooms, and beans. Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. We're doing veggie burgers today, and we're replacing our bread bun with portobello mushrooms, adding some pineapple for some sweetness, and the bulk of our meat burger is going to be actually replaced with meat and be used with beans. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So in addition to our mushrooms, we'll be using some breadcrumbs, some flour, some spinach to replace our lettuce, and we'll be using real potatoes to make our own real fries. So let's go ahead and start by macerating our potato, just to cook it and get all the saturation out. We'll cook that for just about a minute, and add 30-second increments depending on how much you like it cooked or whether you think it needs to be cooked more. So to cook our mushrooms a little bit, we're going to go ahead and place in the oven, which has been preheat at 425, and we're going to cook that just for about 15 or so minutes, just to kind of get it golden brown. So now once our potatoes cooked, now we're going to start cutting into wedges, or just start cutting them up depending on how you like the shape of your fries. So once we cut our potatoes up into wedges, now we place them on a baking pan with foil, and we've coated the pan in olive oil to kind of give them a golden crispy kind of color. Next, all we'll do is just add a little bit of salt and pepper. So again, putting our fries into the oven with our mushrooms. We'll let those bake for just about 15 to 20 minutes, but we'll turn them in about 10 minutes to evenly coat their golden brown color. So all our potatoes and our mushrooms are baking. We'll go ahead and start the first step, which is to saute our entire onion. Now this was already pre-diced up before, so now we'll saute it for about 5 minutes and to really caramelize them, giving them just a slight coat of brown golden color. So now our onions are starting to sizzle a bit. That's good. And so now what we'll do just to help them cook more is just add a bit of olive oil. So our mushrooms are ready. And so what we'll do is we'll just let these cool for the entire time because we want them to be nice and cold, just like you would regular bread for a burger. So now we've drained some black beans, an entire can, so we just put them into our mixing pot. Now we're going to mash them up, and we're going to mash them up until it's uniformly mashed and we have a nice smooth consistency. So our sauteed onions are done, and our mashed beans are all done, so we're going to actually start adding everything to the mix now. Our 1/2 cup of flour. Next we'll take 1 teaspoon of our garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and then I did this ahead of time, and what we do is take 2 slices of bread, make them into breadcrumbs, and go ahead and put that in. You can start stirring, and just keep adding in your flour until you're done. So our fries are all done, nice and crispy. We'll go ahead and just place them on top of our stove and let them cool, and we'll carry on. So I've just rolled the ingredients together to make a patty. I put in some olive oil into the pan just to kind of help give our patty just kind of a barbecue kind of charcoal look to it. We're going to let this cook in the stove just for about a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're done. So here's our finished product. So we've taken some spinach, slice of pineapple, some teriyaki sauce, put it all together with our fries, and we're done.